Next tool on our list, variable speed metal shear. Okay. Our paperwork. It's in here. An Allen key and nothing else. Just looking at this, it reminds me of one of my very old drills. It was an old Black & Decker drill that I used to have. That's what this whole area reminds me of. Okay, let's see. It comes with a little mouthpiece here. I can see me losing that because it doesn't snap on. Okay. Now, straight out the box, I can tell you this. It seems very husky. And it's heavy. So, if you're doing a lot of work with this, I can see your hand getting tired. Well, your wrist getting tired. And our handle has no rubber grip. It's just plastic. Let's talk about the tool. So, like I said earlier, blade cover, I'll lose that because there is no locking mechanism for that. Here's a closer look of our blade. There you go. Our power trigger, our power lock. So how this works is you pull your power trigger in and your power lock and your trigger stays inward. So I guess you don't get tired of holding the trigger. I assume that's what it's for. And then you press your power trigger again and it unlocks. And my understanding is this is a pressure switch. So as you apply pressure, that is the performance of the tool. So if you press it all the way inward, then you're going to get the highest performance that the tool can give. This tool has a 4 amp motor, can also cut 14 gauge sheet metal, and 20 gauge stainless steel. You can do up to a 3-degree cutting radius with this tool. Now, it says you can rotate the head 360 degrees. And to do that, we have to remove loosen the 3 hex screws. So let's loosen them. Okay. Okay, it says just loosen them, don't remove them. After all 3 are loosened, we should be able to rotate our shears. Okay, let's just remove it. I assume it just comes right out. Yep. There you go. So that's how it works. You can see in there. So as this part spins, it's not perfect. It goes up and down. And that's basically as it's spinning, it's kind of giving this type of motion. And that's how our blade cuts our metal. Nice. And that's why we need to loosen the hex screws, because how it holds on is basically just the pressure. Because there is no groove anywhere. And that's why you're able to spin this all the way around. My advice is, if you do loosen these, make sure they're nice and tight. Like I said, I don't see anything else holding that but just the pressure of these hex screws, applying pressure downward. So make sure that you tighten your hex screws all the way. And another note is, I know usually we toss these manuals out, but for this one, I say hold on to it because there are a lot of components. And if anything ever happens to the tool, at least you have some type of idea what it might be. Okay, and in the manual, it says absolutely nothing about this groove here. So I look at that and I think it's for you to probably, if you're on a ladder, you put it in your back pocket or on your belt. But I don't recommend that. So the reason why I say I don't recommend that is because just think about it. This trigger, there is no safety feature. The only thing there is when the trigger's pulled in all the way, you can lock it in that position, right? But there is no safety feature anywhere to prevent you from accidentally pulling that trigger. So for this groove here, just think about it. You put that in your back pocket, you're on a ladder. What you're gonna do, you're gonna grab onto the handle and hopefully you don't pull that trigger, because do you really want this shear to get you in your leg or in your booty? I don't think so. I don't recommend for you to use this feature there, because I could just see that as an injury. Maybe there. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe there where the shear is facing that way and you grab your, I don't know. It's kind of scary because you can't lock that trigger in place. Definitely don't put it in your back pocket, because you're going to end up clipping your booty or something with that. That's, I don't know. That one got me. Now, as a safety, this don't have much safety. You just have to be cautious when you're using this. You need to be paying attention, because if you're on a ladder, this side's plugged in. I mean, what you're gonna do? Put it in your back pocket and then tell somebody you can plug it in now? No, it doesn't work like that. You got to be very cautious when you're using this tool. Pay attention, because you can injure yourself. I'm pretty sure this tool can cut. I guarantee this tool's gonna cut good, but you just don't want it to cut you. That's the goal, is that you want to do, is don't let this tool injure you. Okay, it's a little late now, and I've been here all day, so we're going to continue this one tomorrow, but for you, it would just be within a few seconds, because as you can see, it is pitch black out there. And I'm going to, tomorrow morning, get up and look for some metal to cut. And let's see this tool in action. Good morning. Going to see if I can find some of this metal. So I have that piece of sheet up there. I know I have a roll of coil somewhere, but I don't see it. I'm gonna just check in the greenhouse, see if I see something in there, because our greenhouse is not used as the greenhouse. The wife wanted a greenhouse and it ended up becoming a storage unit. So I don't see nothing in here either. So we'll just use what we have. And just so you can see here, when I made this cut here, it was with a grinding wheel. And as you can see, it's not perfect. So I would like to see if this tool will make it nice and a nice straight line. And I'm curious how it would work going up and down, up and down. Would it make a nice straight line, or the tool just can't do that type of work? It's cold in here. I should have turned on the heater earlier. Another thing, as I was wrapping things up last night, there was another thing about this tool that I didn't like. Let's just say if you have this tool with you at the job site and you need to change your tool at 360 degrees. WEN does provide you the Allen key, but your tool has nowhere to attach the Allen key. Usually a tool will have some type of storage spot for your key, but this tool doesn't. Some tools I notice as well, if it doesn't have a spot to attach it to the tool, at least you can be able to attach it to your cord in some way. You can snap it on or push it in, but this doesn't have that. Okay, so I made a line here. I'm gonna try to follow that line. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I have my piece clamped on both ends, gloves on, so I'm not sure what to expect here. Let's power our tool. Yeah, so that's why I say, I don't know what this is for, but don't put it in your back pocket. You pull it out, and it is a pressure trigger. Let me see, get close to the camera. You can see I'm slightly pressing the button. I mean the switch. See that? So I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay. Try it again. Okay, so let's talk about that. Well, if you can see that it did make the cut, but I struggled. It's not meant for these type of metal roofing. The tool is really meant for straight cuts. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna try to make just a straight cut. And I want to just show you that pressure switch again, because I'm not sure if I caught it good on the first shot, but if you can see. So I like that feature. I'm pretty sure as you play with the tool more and more, you'll get better and better at it. But definitely the tool is not meant for these type of metal roofing. I did manage to make the cut, but let's just say if you're doing an entire roof, it's gonna take you some time and you're not gonna get it perfectly straight. Because when you're going up and down, I noticed I was rearing off to the sides, and yeah. For this one, I'm not gonna draw a line. I'm just gonna try to go straight. Let's see how it works. Okay. finish taking that off. As you can see, when you do straight cuts, the tool works nicely. So the tool has a lot of power. It really does. I like the tool. It's not bad at all, especially for the price. I wish I had more types of metal to cut here, but I don't. But I definitely see this working for doing straight cuts on flat metal. My advice is when you're handling the tool, just grab it from here until you're ready to use it. Try not to grab it from here if it's plugged in, because you're gonna turn it on. Yeah, so you just want to grab it from around here. In case you were wondering, it does come with a 6-foot cord as well. Now for my likes and dislikes. For my likes, I like the power of the tool. I do like that it is a pressure trigger. I like that you can rotate the head of your tool to suit you for the job that you're doing. Now for my dislikes. Blade cover does not attach to the tool. It just fits right over, and I know definitely I will lose that. I can also see that coming off in the work bag. So I might as well just toss it out now because I'm going to lose it. I don't like that there's nowhere to store your Allen key. So just whatever work bag you're using for this tool, just make sure you keep it in there. I dislike that it's a smooth handle. It has no texture, no grip at all. And I really dislike that there is absolutely no way to lock your trigger until you're ready to use the tool. On my channel, you'll definitely see more of this tool. I do have some other projects in mind where I can see that this tool will be good for. But the tool is designed only to cut flat, straight metal.